Hi babes, welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and being patient with me while we go through some life changes in the new norm in our country. Today's video is going to be my ranking from 1 to 10 on my top eyeshadow palettes. 1 being the best and 10 being the best still, but 10. But 1 is absolutely my favorite palette. Stay tuned for this video. If you guys have any other suggestions on ranking videos, or if you even like this video, please let me know down below and I'd be happy to record more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and babe, let's get started. Okay, so the first palette we are going to be talking about, number 10, is the BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette. Now, you guys, when BH Cosmetics partnered up with Carly Bible, I was so happy. I loved her YouTube channel. I loved her style and her fashionista ways and just the way she did makeup. So when this palette came out, it was my holy grail. And let me just show you guys why. So let's open this. So obviously you can see that some of them hit pan. Okay, so some of them hit pan. Like these 4 up here are the actual highlighters. Now this palette is not sold anymore on BH Cosmetics, but I see it sold everywhere. Make sure that, like, if you see this like on eBay or Mercado or any other of those selling apps, you pick this up because this is a collector's limited edition one. I have an extra one that I haven't even touched yet. This palette was my, like, and it still is, like, transition colors are fantastic. The 4 highlighters up here are amazing. You have your pink tone, your like neutral tone, you have a little bit of a bronzer highlighter, and then you have your dark bronzer here or highlighter. You can use it bronzer or highlighter. They're a bit shimmery. All of them are shimmery. Let me just test one for you guys. So we'll do the one that I hit pan on just because you guys see that. And then, like, oh my gosh, like, the light doesn't do it justice, but it is so amazing. You guys see that? Like, I'm a sucker for highlighters, and these highlighters are absolutely amazing. Now, these colors down at the bottom are, some of them, this one has a little shimmer in it, but all the rest of them are mattes. They're awesome for transitions color, and then you go into more of the shimmers here, and then you have your chocolate brown here. Again, this was my go-to palette, the Carly Bible palette by BH Cosmetics. If you guys can get your hands on this palette, please do. I know she came out with a bigger one, a more limited edition, which I wasn't able to get my hands on. But this one, it was my number 10 and my holy grail for the longest time. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you guys, Carly Bible and BH Cosmetics palettes are super affordable. If you go to bhcosmetics.com, they are always having sales. I probably paid about $12 for this palette when it first released. So if you are a beginner at doing makeup, I highly recommend BH Cosmetics. I also recommend Morphe and Juvia's Place, which I will get into in just a minute. So this is number 10. Okay, number 9. Now this is a little bit more of a high-end brand. It is by Urban Decay. Now, when Urban Decay came out with their series of the Naked palettes, I was obsessed. Like, I had to have every single Naked Urban Decay palette, and I do have them. But there was one series on the Naked Urban Decay palette that I traveled with it all the time. It was my favorite. and I was just excited. Every time I used it, it didn't patch up. It blended very well. Let me just show you guys. So it is the Naked 3 Urban Decay palette. How many of you guys love this palette? Like out of all the Urban Decays, like I feel like this one was like my favorite. Let me know what your favorite was down below if you like the Naked palettes. But let me just show you guys. Now this one's almost hit pan too. So I've had a few, but this, like, look at those like neutral mauve colors. It's just an amazing, beautiful palette. Beautiful. I just can't, like, you can wear this like every day. Very high quality eyeshadows. And I think my favorite transition color in the palette was Nooner. This little pinky matte color here was Nooner, and it was absolutely the best transition color that you could have in a palette. And I actually wish that they would have sold these colors individually because sometimes I like different colors from different palettes, and then I can create my own palette. So this was my favorite. All right. Number 8. All right, so for number 8, you guys, we have another affordable palette here. Morphe Cosmetics. Right here we have the 352 Second Nature's palette. Now, you guys, this palette screams fall. Fall is coming up. If you're wanting a palette, please go and snag this one. I just have to show you these colors. This is my second palette for the Second Nature palette. Look at these colors, you guys. Oh my gosh. Like, you have your red, and you have your red shimmer, and you have your oranges and your orange shimmer, then you have your rust color, and then all browns and transition colors. And you could even use this one as a highlighter. You guys, look at this palette. This is the Second Nature palette by Morphe Cosmetics. I paid $16 for this, okay? Like I said, they're always having sales, but this palette, it's my fall go-to for sure, and that's why I hit palette on the other one that I used. Let's swatch a color in here. I don't want to swatch all of them, but I just want you to see the pigmentation of these. So let's do the red. You guys, wow. It's like it's almost like a reddish orange, which I would think looks so pretty like for fall. Look at that. Like, oh my gosh. Like, look at that color. So pretty. It applies so well. And remember, we blend our eyeshadows, so swiping it, like testing it for you, does not do it justice. Go get you one. Fall colors all the way. You will not be disappointed in this palette. Number 7. Ooh, we're getting closer to 1, my favorite. All right, so we have another affordable palette. I'm all about affordable, you guys. Sometimes affordable palettes are the best palettes. So, and some high-end ones are amazing too, but affordable palettes, the pigmentation on them is just amazing, and I don't discriminate with high-end or affordable palettes. So we have the Juvia's Place Nubian palette. Woohoo! Now, Juvia was probably my first palette that I had bought when I started doing makeup. Their affordable palettes were very reasonable pricing. I got this for $9. Ultimate favorite palette, very neutral. Let me just be quiet and show you. This is what the palette looks like. And as if you guys don't know, I am a neutral girl. I love neutral makeup. but I also have some colored palettes for you guys coming up too. So you got your browns here, you got your shimmers here, all around good small palette to travel with. Go pick you up one. They are always selling out of this one. It's very popular, very pigmented. Let's try. So let's try this chocolate brown down here. Whoa. Okay, and we're just going to look at how pretty that is. And then you blend a little bit, and then look at how like nice and, you know, nice that blends. Let me try to get like a brush, but you guys, you see how awesome that blends? So awesome. Number 6, we have the Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn palette. Now, I did get this in my BoxyCharm and absolutely fell in love with the brand. The packaging is absolutely amazing. It has like a black matte finish with a gold shimmer, which is absolutely gorgeous. It is compact small, so for traveling, it is a good size. But you guys, this palette, we're talking about fall palettes, right? This palette is definitely a fall palette. Look at this palette. Look. Oh my gosh, you have your dark blue, your browns, your like a rust shimmer, your orange rust, your gold, your yellows, your like this palette, and even matches my shirt. I love this palette. Now it's a little Ace Beauty's a little bit more on, I would say it's in between high end and affordable, but this is one of my all-time favorites. But let's go ahead and swatch a color. Let's try the orange. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch this. You guys, can you see that? Hold on, let me look at that orange. Woo! Woo-hoo! Okay, let's swatch it. Wow. Orange is so, so pretty. I kind of want to just do a makeup look with this palette today. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. Ace Beauty is the name, and it's called Vintage Dawn. Okay, so go pick you up one of these palettes. You won't be disappointed. All right, number 5. Now we have another Morphe palette. However, it was they did do a collab with one of my favorite beauty YouTubers, and that is Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, you guys. Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. Number 5. It was so hard for me to pick this one or her other one, which is coming soon. But Jaclyn Hill partnered up did a collab with Morphe on a few volume palettes. Now, they were released within 2 years, I want to say, from one another. But the volume 2 palette, oh, so pigmented, so amazing, just a beautiful overall palette, and there is lots of color in here, and I just love playing in it. You guys, look at this palette. Pinks, and you have purples, and you have a yellow over here, and you have your browns and your transition colors down here, and your whites. A very versatile palette if you like these colors. Especially like I love playing in pink and purple, so pink and purples I use all the time. And then you have your fall colors here, which are your plums and burgundies. And then you have a black, which you have to have a black in every palette. That's That's just a must, right? Um, so this palette is number 5. Again, another affordable palette by Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. Let's swatch one for you guys. So let's go ahead and do the shade, let's see, Living My Best. Okay, so it's right underneath the black. Okay. Can you guys see the pigmentation? Like, I'm just like impressed with her palettes. Woo! Woo! Oh my gosh, look at how pretty that is. Like, it's almost like it's hard for you guys to see it on camera, but it's almost like a burgundy-ish pink purple. So pretty. I absolutely love this palette. I need to get back into it and use it again. You guys, go get this palette now. Go order it from the Morphe website. Jaclyn Hill collab with Morphe again. And if you are a beginner in makeup and you want to like try out colors and you want to have a more of a bigger palette like this, I wouldn't travel with this, but if you want to have like more versatile in your palette, definitely get the Jaclyn Hill palettes. Whew, top quality shadows and one of my best. Okay, number 4, Violet Voss. Who doesn't love Violet Voss? Amazing palettes, amazing pigmentation. This is the Violet Voss Pro Eyeshadows palette. This is my holy grail. Although this is number 4 on my ranking list, this is absolutely my holy grail. And guess what? It actually says Holy Grail on the packaging, which is so funny to me. Because I always used to say, this is my Holy Grail. And then I just noticed that it actually said my Holy Grail, hashtag my Holy Grail in the back. So let's look at this palette, you guys. Again, if you're a neutral girl and you love shimmers and you're just all about the neutral tones and plums, you're going to love this. You guys, look at this palette. It's so pretty. You guys see that? You have your plum colors, chocolates, you have your shimmers, you have transition colors. Like, you have a little bit of everything in one palette, and that's what I love in a palette. I love that you can do so many looks with transition colors, and you have your crease color and your lid color, and you just have so many colors to do so many different looks, and this palette is that palette. This is why I picked it for number 4, because it is such an everyday go-to palette that you can use for every season of the year. I can use it for summer if I want to do more of a shimmer look and just do lashes. I can do fall with the plums, with just being in the fall look. I can do it, in spring and winter. So there is a look for every season in this palette, and I absolutely love it. You guys, go get this palette. It's just absolutely amazing. It is a more high-end palette, and but it's so worth it, and you will fall in love with Violet Voss palettes. Now, if you don't have any Violet Voss palettes, go try a palette of your choice. If this is not the colors you're looking for, Violet Voss has a variety of color options that you can pick from, but all of the palettes are absolutely amazing. You guys, ooh, you won't be disappointed. And I know I keep saying you won't be disappointed, but these are my top 10 faves, so you won't be disappointed. Number 3. I am so excited. We're getting down to my favorite one. Okay, anyways, so we have another affordable palette for our number 3. Affordable palette for number 3. That should tell you a lot about affordable palettes. Now, I showed you guys previously the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Palette Volume 2. Now, number 3 is her very first palette she collabed with Morphe Cosmetics. It is the original Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe Cosmetics. Let me show you. Look at this palette. Now this color here, the Pool Party and Jade, whew, so pretty. Okay, these are so cute for under for the lower lid in the summer, and then you do like a natural look on top. Pretty, or even if it's just all over top and bottom, pretty. We have your cobalt blue here. You have a purple here. I know the light does not do it justice. Let me see if I can. And then you have your neutrals here, your shimmers here, your plums again. They're another versatile palette that you can use for all these seasons of the year. I love this palette. The pigmentation is amazing. Look at that mustard orange right there. Like, that's gorgeous. Actually, I haven't even used that one yet, so let's swatch that one. Let's swatch that one. Is the camera picking it up? Okay, let me try to. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. But this color is so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's such a pretty mustard orange. And it has like a little hint of yellow, so I think that's why it's popping up is a little lighter, but this orange is amazing. So Jaclyn Hill palette was my number 3. The last 2 palettes that I'm going to show you are high-end palettes, of course. I do love my affordable ones, but I just love, it's not necessarily the quality of the pigmentation in the palette why I put these at my number 2. It is absolutely the color combination in the palette. I like a palette that's very versatile, that I only have to dip in just that palette. I don't have to go to 10 different palettes to get the eye look I want. I just love one palette to use when I'm doing one look. So that's kind of why I rank these 2 in 1, because I don't have to touch any other palette. Now, as most of you know, or who don't know me, I work in a professional environment. So I travel a lot for work on business, and I can't go all blue, green, red. You know, I can't have the loud colors, but nude, neutrals, and that's kind of why like my collection consists of a lot of natural nude colors, because that's what I typically can wear at work. But this palette, you guys, number 2 is the Huda Beauty Nude Palette. Whoa, you guys, I use this all the time. I travel with this for work. It is a very small, compact palette. I don't have to worry about it breaking because it's so big. Let me show you what it looks like inside. Now, I know these are pressed glitters and they're like, wow, I don't use those as often unless I'm going like to like a special occasion, Christmas party, birthday party, quinceañera, whatever it is. I'll use the, you know, the bright press glitters. But I love like how neutral tone this is, and it has like a pink undertone. My undertone is neutral, but I feel like pinks and purples look amazing on me. It just goes with my skin color. So this palette, not only is it a high quality palette, but it literally lasts all day long. This palette is very pricey. It's around $65, but it is worth it. I have had this for almost a year and have not hit pan yet. And I'm surprised because I use it all the time. These colors, whew, let's swatch this purple one right here. I like to do dark colors when I swatch just because, look at that. That's like a plum color. And look at how easily that's swatched. I didn't even have to press hard on it. It's just so beautiful. Lots of mauves in here. You would love this palette. It is absolutely, look at this, like, it's like a lavender color. It's so pretty, like a pastel lavender color. Again, number 2, Huda Beauty. Right. And the best for last, at number 1 on my top 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes, is the Norvina ABH collection. And this one is volume 1. This is the first one they released by Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina. Okay, volume 1. And this, you guys, my number 1. You know that I like neutrals and mauves and very soft neutral tones on my eyeshadows. But I picked this as my number 1 because of it just pops. It just pops of wildness. Let me just show you. Look at this palette. And ABH is a high-end brand, so this is a little bit pricey as well. I wouldn't travel with this, but around holiday season, I will be pulling this out again. You have like so many purples in this palette. You have your bright colors you can use for the summer. You have your cobalt blue. You have your plum up here. This palette is just amazing. Let me just show you guys. And this is the Norvina Volume 1, okay? I don't have the other 2, which I need to get. Like, I really want them. But I always go into this palette. Like, I feel like these scream me. This is who I am. I can, you know, if I want a pop of color, I know that the Norvina palette is going to have it. And these purples and this pink, you guys. And I'm going to be doing a breast cancer awareness pink look next month for October. And I will definitely be diving into this pink. So number 1 all-time favorite palette is the Norvina Volume 1 palette. Go get yourself one. You are not going to be disappointed in any of these palettes. All right, guys. Well, that was my top 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes ranking from 1 to 10. Now, if you guys like this video and you want to see other makeup products ranking 10 out of 10, please let me know down below in the comments. It was so nice to have you guys here with me today. Thank you so much for watching my video. You guys are all beautiful. Don't forget to stay humble, stay true to yourself, and until next time, see you, bibs. Bye.